Hi, Caleb from Brownells here, and in today's product spotlight, I wanted to take a look at some of the battery storage solutions from THYRM. So, if you're not familiar with this company, and they're pretty new to me as well, actually, this is the first time I really got to kind of get my hands on a lot of these and mess with them. But we have everything from the original storage device here to some of their larger storage solutions. But what it does is just help you organize batteries in a nice, easy, quick way to get to them type situation. Because if you're like me, the bottom of your range bag just has like loose ammo and batteries rolling around everywhere, which probably isn't good for either one of those things. But let me just kind of, I'll just bust this thing open here because this is the one we have set up in the studio. So you just open it up, and you have these interchangeable holders for all intents and purposes there, and you can move them around inside, and they do exactly what they look like they do. They just hold your batteries, and to pull them out, you just squeeze, they'll come right out. You don't need to though. I mean, you can get to the batteries without having to remove the holder. So like this 18650 here, so they have storage solutions for 18650s, the 18350s, AA's, AAA's, CR123s, 2032s. You can see one hiding in the bottom here. Let me pull this all the way out, and then I'll show you where that is. But they just kind of cam in and lock in there. But in the bottom here, I have 4 CR2032s because I always get to the range and my optic's dead, and I need one of those. But there they are. And the way these little trays install here, they have teeth on the bottom so that they index on either side, and they just kind of cam in and rest on in there, nice and secure, and then your battery just locks into them. And then I have this one set up to hold a couple of AA's, and we just drop that guy down in there. And then this one here, we got the 4 deck for the AAA's. But like I said, they're fully modular. All this stuff comes out. So you can pull 2 of these out and then hold 3 18350s. And if you're not familiar with the battery world itself, so your 18650, your 18350, those are primarily your rechargeable light batteries. So a lot of your weapon lights and handheld lights nowadays, they use those batteries instead of the CR123s because they have higher output and they're rechargeable, which is great. So that's why there's a really good storage solution for those. And if you're like me, you know, you have your 18650, for example, on your weapon light, you have an extra battery somewhere on you, and now you know exactly where it is. So these here, I got this one in orange just because I want it to be visible, because I'll actually probably keep this one in the range bag so I don't have to look for it. I know exactly where it is. But they also have MOLLE mounts, so you can mount these, you know, weave these through. You know, I could see, for example, this, I think this is green. Yeah, this green one, OD green, you could attach that to like the cummerbund on your plate carrier or chest rig or something like that, and it'd be nice and out of the way. Same thing with the single tube ones here. And the package, like, I really like the packaging because they tell you everything it'll hold in there. So not just batteries, they got all this, you know, survival gear ideas, but also the batteries. So let me actually take this guy out of the packaging, and we can take a look at it here. All right, so this CellVault here, so waterproof solution, I should have said that. They are definitely waterproof. They're made to be out in the elements, which is what makes them so great, because that's when your batteries get, you know, kind of tore up the most. And then comes with this cool little piece of paper here that tells you who to contact if you have issues. So we'll keep that nearby. And notice that they're like this oval shape right here. So this one should hold 3 CR123s. And they do go in stiff, right? So you gotta force them down into there. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, dang, how am I gonna get those out of there? Because you can't push them out the bottom. But because it's an oval shape, if you just squeeze slightly, you can release one battery one at a time from there. And with that being said, like I said, they come in a bunch of different colors. I really like the orange ones for reasons stated earlier, and then the clear ones, so I know exactly what's in it. So a really good solution for that is something like this one here. This one is both green, but it has windows cut into it, so you can kind of see what's in there without the whole thing being translucent. So if you were going to wear it on your gear, that'd be a really good option for that. But, oh, they also come, if you get one of the larger ones here, the CellVaults. I think this is the 5M. But anyway, these here have the Velcro, so you can put an identifier on them or whatever if you feel the need to do that. But just really modular, really solid battery storage solutions. I never thought I'd be standing up here just geeking out about storing batteries. But with a really cool product, you know, here I am. I'm doing it. I'm geeking out about battery storage. Alright, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, experience with these awesome products, let us know in the comments down below. Let others know what you think. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.